We went to school together, so we kind of grew up just figuring it out with each other. So I played double bass in an orchestra, and another boy played clarinet, and the other boy played tuba, and now we're in Austin playing guitar, bass, and drums. So it was just being friends and wanting to create music together and hang out and go on tour and just see what happened. So background-wise, that's pretty much it. We just sort of was like, what do you want to play? I'm going to play this. Do you want to play that? And then ever since then, we've been doing it together. We, like, first off, we got like a computer and a loan of like a Cubase and stuff like that, and we just had like, do you remember SingStar? Remember that game for the PlayStation where you could like karaoke game? So we had 2 of those mics. They were terrible. And we just started putting them places and doing that. We must have been like 15 when we started like messing around with that. When we decided to not just be a band that played in their school and stuff like that, we sort of gravitated towards. We're from like a small place outside of Glasgow called Kilmarnock, so it's like 30 miles south. And we sort of gravitated towards Glasgow in Scotland. And ever since then, we've been consistently like playing shows and stuff. We went on like a tour when we just turned 18, and yeah, so it was like a full back line and 4 of us inside like a tiny, like you won't get them over here, like a hatchback. It's like 10 foot long by like 5 feet. It's like there was no room at all, but it was amazing because we were like, we always wanted to go on tour, let's do it. So since then, after that sort of baptism of fire, it's just kind of been hooked, and we've managed to meet some great people and play some awesome shows, and it just kind of happened out of nowhere, and it's still happening, so it's cool. The way that we write, for the first album, I had a lot of like songs sitting that I was like, right, this is nearly finished, or that's nearly finished, and a couple were just happened on a whim. But it changes. I can't do it with a computer. Like, there's a lot of people, and I've got lots of friends who make great music and sit at their computer and send parts to each other or whatever they are. But I can't do it. It needs to be loud. It needs to be loud and in a small room. And you need not say anything for 3 hours and just work it out. And that's what is amazing about how we're going on to write stuff now. I'll take away and come in with lots of ideas and stuff, but it'll just be like, right, I've got this idea. And then like an hour later, we'll go, all right, that's it, that's cool, that's done. And you just sort of like, you read each other and know that they're about to do that. So you're like, I'll compensate that with this. And then, yeah, it's ever changing. I think it keeps it interesting if you change it up all the time. I think that by and large, the old saying of if you're nice to people, they'll be nice back. I think that's got a lot to be said for. I think arrogance is a trait that can't really be dealt with. I don't think it's a crazy thing you get to do with your life. If you get to go play shows in the UK and Europe is unbelievable to play shows in. The UK is brilliant and it's always got a space in my heart, but when we went to Europe, like mainland Europe for the first time, it was crazy. Like, there's a lot of like care. People like really care about going to shows, and like no one, even if they've never heard you before or you've never been on the radio or never been in a magazine, there'll be 200 people at the show. Like, there just will be, because that's what they want to do. And that's awesome. So you meet a lot of people that you would have never met in your life. And it's the same as the UK. We tour a lot in the UK, but we still just crash at people's houses. Like, it's awesome. There's no better way to make friends than to impose yourself on their life and really intensely live in their place and use all their shampoo and dirty all their towels and go, right, thanks, we'll see you in 3 months again when we come back down. And it's awesome. We've made so many friends in other places, and even over here, we did an Airbnb when we were in New York last week and met this French dude who was just quite happy just for us to hang out, and then we're staying with a lovely bunch of people over here that like just put us up. And yeah, as long as you're nice to people, people are nice back. And even if they're not that nice, you still need to stay in their house. So The touring experience changes. Europe is a lot longer to drive through, and America is going to be like 10 times the size to drive through, because you can get from the top of the UK to the bottom in about 10 hours. And you can't really get out of Texas in 10 hours. So I'm sure it'll be a different experience when it comes to it, but why not? It's incredible. Like, I never thought I would be in the Four Seasons, first of all, but never mind being in Austin, Texas, because I wrote some songs. It's ludicrous, but it's awesome. I'm having a great time. Hi, my name's Ross from Fatherson, and you're watching Grammy Pro.